The sun, our life-giving star, occasionally throws a cosmic tantrum. These outbursts, known as solar flares, are intense bursts of radiation erupting from its surface. They happen when magnetic energy that has built up in the solar atmosphere is suddenly released. The energy from a flare is incredible, equivalent to millions of 100 megaton hydrogen bombs exploding all at once. Thankfully, Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field protect us from this radiation, so we are safe on the ground. However, flares are not just flashes of light. They can sometimes be accompanied by something far more significant, a coronal mass ejection, or CME. This is a massive bubble of plasma and magnetic field lines that gets hurled out from the sun into space. If a CME is aimed directly at Earth, it can have serious consequences. These charged particles slam into our planet's magnetosphere, the protective magnetic bubble surrounding us. This collision can trigger powerful geomagnetic storms. These storms are what cause beautiful auroras, the northern and southern lights, to appear much closer to the equator than usual. But they also pose a threat to our modern, technologically dependent civilization. The influx of charged particles can induce powerful electrical currents in long conductors on the ground. This includes power grids, pipelines, and communication cables, potentially causing widespread blackouts and damage. Satellites in orbit are also vulnerable, as the increased radiation can disrupt their electronics. This brings us to the legendary Carrington Event of 1859, named after British astronomer Richard Carrington, who observed the massive solar flare that caused it. This was the most intense geomagnetic storm ever recorded in history. The associated CME was colossal and traveled toward Earth at an astonishing speed, reaching our planet in just over 17 hours, a journey that usually takes several days. The resulting geomagnetic storm was off the charts. Auroras were seen all over the world, so bright that people in the northeastern United States could reportedly read newspapers by their light. The storm was so powerful that it wreaked havoc on the global telegraph system, which was the cutting-edge technology of the time. Telegraph systems across Europe and North America failed. Sparks showered from telegraph machines, operators received electric shocks, and some telegraph papers even caught fire. In a bizarre twist, some operators found they could disconnect their power supplies and continue transmitting messages using only the current induced by the storm itself. At the time, the world was not heavily reliant on electricity. The Carrington Event was a fascinating scientific curiosity and a minor inconvenience for the telegraph industry. But what if an event of that magnitude happened today? Scientific research from institutions like NASA and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, paints a sobering picture. A Carrington-level storm in our modern world would be catastrophic. Our entire way of life is built upon a delicate web of interconnected technologies. Widespread power outages could last for weeks, months, or even years in the most affected areas. Transformers, the backbone of our electrical grids, are incredibly difficult to replace and could be fried on a massive scale. Without electricity, everything grinds to a halt. Communication systems would fail. Number of transportation systems would be crippled. Water and food distribution networks would break down. The economic impact would be measured in trillions of dollars, and the recovery could take a decade or more. The difference between a typical solar flare and a Carrington-level event is one of scale and impact. A solar flare is a burst of radiation. A Carrington event is a supercharged geomagnetic storm triggered by a massive, fast-moving CME. While we experience minor geomagnetic storms regularly, a storm of that 1859 intensity is a rare world-altering event. Scientists estimate that a storm of Carrington's magnitude occurs roughly every 150 to 200 years. This means we are statistically within the window for another one. It's not a matter of if, but when. Fortunately, agencies around the world are now monitoring the sun 24/7. Satellites like the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, SOHO, give us an early warning system, allowing us to potentially take protective measures like powering down sensitive grid components. The number of challenges is great, but our understanding of space weather is growing every day. We live with a star that is both our greatest friend and a potential source of immense disruption. Understanding the power of events like the Carrington storm is crucial to safeguarding our future. I hope you found this cosmic journey insightful. To explore more mysteries of our universe, be sure to subscribe to Space Repo.